Have you ever felt like your small efforts don't matter? Like that tiny step you took today is just a drop in the ocean? Well, I'm here to tell you a story that might just change your mind. It is a tale about how believing in the smallest of things can unlock the greatest successes imaginable. This isn't just a story. It's a powerful lesson that could redefine your entire journey. So get comfortable, and let's dive into the life-changing tale of a young girl who proved that the tiniest seeds can grow into the mightiest forests. Once upon a time, nestled in a quiet, unassuming village, lived a young girl named Emma. Now, Emma wasn't born into wealth or privilege. Her family was humble, their resources were few, but her dreams? Oh, her dreams were boundless. Everyone in the village knew her as the dreamer, the one whose head was always in the clouds, envisioning a life far beyond their small-town reality. While others saw limitations, Emma saw possibilities hidden in the everyday. She held a unique and powerful belief, the immense power of small things. Every single morning as the first rays of sunlight painted the sky, Emma would rise with a purpose. Her mission wasn't to move mountains in a day, but to sprinkle a little bit of kindness wherever she went. She would help an elderly neighbor carry their groceries, share a piece of her family's bread with someone who had less, or simply offer a warm, genuine smile to a stranger passing by. These weren't grand gestures. They were simple, small acts that many would overlook. Her friends, well-meaning but practical, would often shake their heads. "Emma, why do you bother with all this?" They'd ask, a hint of confusion in their voices. "These are just little things. They won't change the world." But Emma possessed a wisdom that went beyond her years. She would smile gently and say, "Maybe not the whole world, but they can change someone's world for a moment. And that matters." She understood a fundamental truth that many of us forget. Small, consistent actions are like drops of water carving a canyon. Over time, they create something magnificent. She was planting tiny, invisible seeds of hope and positivity, confident that one day they would sprout. One dusty afternoon, while exploring the attic of her small home, Emma stumbled upon an old, forgotten treasure. It was a book, its pages yellowed with age, filled with stories of incredible people. These weren't tales of kings or queens, but of ordinary individuals who had achieved extraordinary things. And they all had one thing in common: they started small. They started with a single idea, a small project, a tiny step in a new direction. Reading their journeys, a fire ignited within Emma. She felt a surge of inspiration, a validation of everything she had always believed. It was time to start her own small project. Her idea was simple yet brilliant: a community garden. A place where anyone could come to help grow fresh vegetables for their families and beautiful flowers to brighten their days. She found a neglected patch of land at the edge of the village, overgrown with weeds and forgotten by everyone else. To others, it was an eyesore. To Emma, it was a canvas. Armed with a rusty shovel and unwavering determination, she began her work. At first, it was just her, alone in that small patch of dirt. She cleared the weeds, tilled the soil, and planted the first few rows of seeds. The work was hard and often thankless. There were days the sun was scorching and days the rain turned the soil to mud. Many nights she went home with aching muscles and dirt under her fingernails. But every single day she was there. She watered her little seedlings, speaking to them with encouragement, even when no one was around to see or hear. Her dedication was a quiet, steady rhythm. She wasn't doing it for applause or recognition. She was doing it because she believed in the potential of those tiny seeds and in the power of her own consistent effort. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, things began to change. A tiny green shoot broke through the soil, then another and another. Soon, the barren patch was dotted with vibrant green life. The villagers, who had initially dismissed her project as another one of Emma's dreams, started to notice. They saw her unwavering commitment. They saw the life she was coaxing from the forgotten earth. A neighbor offered her some better tools. An elder shared advice on how to keep pests away. A group of children, inspired by her passion, asked if they could help water the plants. What started as Emma's solo project began to weave itself into the fabric of the community. The small garden became a gathering place. People would stop by not just to work, but to talk, to share stories, to connect. Laughter echoed among the rows of growing vegetables. The once neglected patch of land was transformed into a symbol of hope, unity, and shared purpose. Emma's quiet belief in small efforts had sparked a big movement. The garden wasn't just growing food. It was growing community. Years rolled by like seasons. The small community garden, born from a simple idea and nurtured with daily care, flourished beyond anyone's wildest imagination. It expanded, patch by patch, until it became a large, thriving farm, producing enough food to sustain not only their village, but neighboring ones as well. Emma, the young girl once known only as a dreamer, was now a respected leader and innovator. She didn't stop there. Using the success of the farm as a model, she helped other villages start their own community projects. She created jobs, taught sustainable farming practices, and established a network of cooperation that brought prosperity to the entire region. The small acts of kindness she had practiced as a child had blossomed into a large-scale enterprise of social good. Her life, and the lives of everyone in her community, had been completely transformed. All because she never lost faith in the power of small beginnings. Emma's incredible journey holds a profound lesson for every single one of us. It teaches us that we should never, ever underestimate the power of a small act, a small effort, or a small step forward. In a world that often celebrates giant leaps and overnight success, we can forget that most great achievements are built brick by brick, day by day. That big audacious goal you have? It begins with one small action. The positive change you want to see in the world? It starts with one small act of kindness. The person you want to become? You build them through one small positive habit at a time. Sometimes the true key to unlocking enormous success isn't some grand complicated strategy. It's simply about having the patience and the faith to trust in the power of the small. It's about showing up day after day and doing the little things well, even when it feels like no one is watching and the results are far off in the distance. Emma's story is a beautiful reminder that no effort is ever wasted. The seeds you plant today, no matter how small, are growing roots you cannot see. And one day, they can grow to take you to the greatest heights. So what small step will you take today? Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If it resonated with you and you're looking for more inspiring tales and life-changing lessons, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support means the world. Thanks for watching, and never forget the power of your small beginnings.